in the heart of the Galactic Council colossal orbital citadel, where countless species convene to debate the fate of entire star systems, a single human has forever altered the perception of humanity among the stars. Elder Thomas Carrick, a retired diplomat with decades of interstellar experience, found himself captured and ridiculed by the galaxy's most powerful beings. Yet, in a single defiant moment, he reminded everyone why humans are a force not to be underestimated. The capture that shocked the galaxy. Carrick's mission had been routine, or so it seemed. Acting as a liaison for Earth's diplomatic corps, he visited the citadel of Xyrilus to negotiate resource-sharing agreements with multiple species. Unknown to him, a radical faction within the Galactic Council viewed humanity's rapid expansion and influence as a threat. Ambushed by covert operatives, Carrick was overpowered despite his decades of experience. Drones recorded the moment of his capture. Though visibly aged, his eyes burned with unbroken resolve, his mind already calculating contingencies. What the Council assumed was a feeble human turned out to be a cunning strategist, even in captivity. Once presented before the Council's assembly, a diverse congregation of crystalline intelligences, gaseous beings, and multi-limb sentients, Carrick became the target of their derision. Delegates mock his age, his small stature, and the primitive appearance of his Earth attire, confident they held no real threat. The mockery of the Council. The president of the Council, a shimmering entity named Velithra, sneered at Carrick. Is this the famed human species? A frail elder with no weapons and no allies. Tell us, Old One, are you here to plead, or merely to amuse? Laughter echoed through the chamber as other delegates joined in, exchanging condescending remarks in dozens of languages. Humanity, they believed, was divided and technologically inferior, a species easily intimidated. Carrick, however, remained calm. Each glance and pause conveyed a lifetime of experience navigating diplomacy, warfare, and strategy. He did not flinch, did not plead, and did not retreat. The Council had misjudged him, not just his body, but the human spirit, the hidden strength of humanity. What the Council failed to realize was that Carrick had prepared for this eventuality. Even in retirement, he maintained deep contacts within Earth's interstellar defense and intelligence network. Encoded signals had already been dispatched to Earth's orbital fleet, timed to arrive precisely when the Council believed they controlled him. Carrick's calm demeanor masked a mind working at incredible speed. Through subtle gestures and coded communications, he conveyed strategic instructions to Earth's forces, ensuring that any aggression would trigger a swift and overwhelming human response. The moment that silenced the stars. The defining moment came when Carrick spoke. His voice, though aged and frail, carried the authority of a species that had survived countless crises on its home planet. You mock me because of age. You believe humans are weak, divided, and easily intimidated. You are wrong. You want war? Very well, we will give you war. A stunned silence swept through the chamber. His words, simple yet devastating, resonated across psychic networks, universal translators, and interstellar communication grids. Alien observers reported unusual energy fluctuations in nearby sectors. Earth's fleet was already taking strategic positions. The Council realized that humanity's wrath was not impulsive. It was calculated, precise, and inescapable. The Council reels. For the first time, the Council recognized its miscalculation. A species they assumed was weak and fragmented had a capacity for unified action that rivaled entire civilizations. Carrick's defiance was not just a statement. It was proof of human resolve, backed by centuries of preparation and interstellar reach. Factions that had laughed moments before now scrambled to coordinate emergency protocols. Attempts to negotiate or restrain Earth's forces were made, but Carrick remained composed, reinforcing that dialogue was still possible, provided the Council acknowledged humanity's sovereignty and respect. Humanity's strategic response. Back on Earth, Carrick's capture and defiance sparked both outrage and unity. Scientists, strategists, military leaders, and diplomats collaborated to craft a dual approach: readiness of defense and continued diplomatic overtures. Humanity did not act out of revenge. It acted to protect its representative, assert its presence, and reinforce its credibility across the galaxy. Earth's orbital fleet took defensive positions across key sectors, ready to neutralize threats while minimizing collateral damage. Simultaneously, encrypted messages of peace and negotiation were broadcast, emphasizing that humanity's actions were principled and measured. The galaxy watched as a species historically underestimated demonstrated both restraint and unparalleled strategic acumen. The Elder's legacy. Carrick's courage and wisdom had immediate consequences. The Council, shaken and awed, released him under terms that formally recognized human authority. His bravery did more than save his life. It reshaped the galaxy's perception of humanity. From the crystalline halls of the Sailari Collective to the gaseous chambers of the Tijuanan Dominion, delegates whispered of the elderly human who defied ridicule and delivered a warning backed by action. Thomas Carrick became a symbol of human resilience, proof that age does not equal weakness, and that intelligence, preparation, and moral resolve command respect even in the face of overwhelming power. His words, "You want war? We will give you war," would echo through sectors for generations. Lessons across the stars. The incident has been extensively analyzed by interstellar scholars. Humans are unique in their combination of emotional resilience, strategic thinking, and societal unity. Carrick's example illustrates a broader truth. Underestimating humanity is not merely a diplomatic oversight. It is a strategic error with catastrophic potential consequences. The Galactic Council, once supremely confident in its supremacy, now approaches human interactions with caution. Humanity, through the defiance of one elderly diplomat, has established its presence as a force not to be trifled with. Conclusion. The capture and mockery of Elder Thomas Carrick revealed humanity's essence: strength tempered by wisdom, unity under provocation, and the ability to turn potential tragedy into strategic advantage. In a galaxy accustomed to aggression, his calm yet defiant stance reminded all species that humans are far more than they appear. The words that silence the Council will resonate across the stars for generations. You want war? We will give you war. Through one human, the galaxy learned a timeless lesson. Never underestimate the species that survives against all odds and always fights for its place among the stars.